Dude, those are big ass fucking lint rollers.
Gotta have big lint rollers when you got big cats.
I'm gonna take one with me.
Like, actually, I need all those.
Are those ones that peel easier?
Yeah, those are perfect. Those
Jen
are the best
buys the ones, and then apparently I'm the only one who's too retarded to use it.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, and then she just goes, I don't understand. And then she just does it, and like it's like my fault.
Now, these are perfect.
I go, I have tried it. I've been slow and nice and try to do it like quick and different angles, and a lot of times like I do it good, but like I'll be pulling, and then halfway across it goes, and then there's just still half of it left, and I go, and then she just, every time she watches me, she goes, I know,
Slicing it.
And then I think because some of them are bad and some of them are good. Because then one time I've seen her do it, and I go,
oh,
really? But then you have those ones where it's like,
these are perfect.
Yeah.
Scott Bright,
do they
50% stickier jumbo.
Do they do good? Like,
they're good?
Do they roll good?
Yeah.
What is the word?
Yeah, that might be the thing. Maybe
Stick
the ones
good.
she gets, maybe it's like 5%. Because if there's any difference, it's
it's
so
like a
small.
different material. Because like even when you're peeling it, sometimes it's like,
yeah, it's so
and I'm
stuck.
like, it sticks just as good as the hair.
Yeah.
I need better technology.
Welcome to the Yelling Graham Show. I'm Corey Charles. That's Chris Robertson.
We're changing the name to...
Changing the podcast name to Thunder.
Like, what was that? Parks and Rec, where they changed the name of the band.
Fucks. We're changing the name of the podcast to Two Fat Asses.
Testing. No, we change the name of the band all the time in Parks and Rec, where he's like,
oh, yeah.
we're not Mouse Rat, we're Captain Jack. And then, like, after the set, he goes, nope, we're Mouse Rat again.
That's us. We're,
Betty. I need to shave.
Corey thinks we're the Corey and Chris show. I think we're the Chris and Corey show.
Does this thing have a cock?
What is that thing called?
I don't know.
What? Something Star Wars Corey doesn't know. Usually you're the guy that's like, oh, the Trangorians.
Oh, this is the Rancor.
Oh, there you go. Really?
I thought it was, I forgot.
So did he die by a bigger one?
No, this is from the Boba Fett episodes. He like rides.
Yeah.
He like rides it.
But I'm saying like when he jumped into the big thing.
Oh no, that was the Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit. See, Corey knows the names. I forget them. There's too many things.
It just digests you forever. But he like cut his way out.
Nice. Yeah, like how. So I always thought like when I saw that the first time, I was like, he probably had a freaking gadget and slashed down
that
on
was
the
like
side
what people
and climbed
said.
down
And then
or
like
something.
they like made, obviously there's all the non-canon where they like write. People just like write their own
Whatever they
stories,
want,
and
like
then they're like,
Dragon
"Oh, he
Ball
like,
Z
yeah."
stuff.
They have like a whole Boba Fett world. Like, no, he cut himself out. He's good. He's fine. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's funny in the original story. It's like he's badass and he goes out like a bitch.
Yeah.
It's just Han Solo's like, huh? Turns with like a staff and just hits his jetpack and he just flies into the thing.
Yeah, and that's
Look at this guy.
That's obviously because they didn't know how people were gonna receive him.
Yeah.
They thought they just made a dude. But then everyone was like, why does he look so much cooler than everybody else?
I don't know. Maybe George Lucas is just retarded.
Like he just did whatever.
Yeah, he probably just did. He was like, "Oh, I'm just writing this thing," and it was like new in the '70s. So it was like everyone's like, "This is cool." And then he like wrote the prequels, and everyone was like, "These aren't good, dude." And then then Disney was like, "We're gonna buy these from you."
Yeah, we'll take these off your hands.
Yeah, because
we have the money to buy anybody.
Yeah.
They could buy 3,000 writers and have them just
and then reduce them down to 5. Yeah.
Have them have a tournament.
Orgywriter.com.
Yeah. They'll have a sex orgy tournament.
It's getting scary outside. Dude, I didn't buy my Scream 6.
Oh, tickets?
7?
7, 8? Stab?
Reminds me of
Stab 8?
I'm going to bring up another show, but it reminds me of The Office where they're,
That's fine. Doesn't pick up on the... We have a screaming child in a cage.
Oh, wait, that was
another room.
It does happen in The Office, but actually what I was thinking of was Family Guy, where they don't know Meg's age, and it's her birthday, and they're like, and you're turning...
Yeah.
And they're like waiting for her to finish it, and she's like, yeah? That's like me with Scream. It's like, so are we going to... I'm like, so we're going to see Scream... Jordan's standing there, and I'm like waiting for her to say it. I'm like, 5?
Yeah.
It's 6.
The new Scream's been out for a while, and we're like the last people to see it. And
I didn't get my ticket.
So we're nerds. But
Drew asked me to go, or told me to go, and I said no.
Like back when, like another time or this time?
No, till yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Well, Jordan texted me about going.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
And I was like, ask.
And then I keep thinking about, like, I feel like I'm like, because Drew was like, you don't know, like in the thing. I mean, obviously he's probably joking, but he's like, you don't have to watch it. It's bad. The last movie. But I was like, I mean, it may be bad, but I'm like, I feel like I need to see it still. What's crazy for, like, the story. Is there going to be connections?
Well, we were going to watch it last night.
Oh, yeah. Jordan was like, watch it. And I was like,
but I called you and you didn't answer. I was going to watch it with you.
You didn't call me.
April Fool's dude got him. Corey has a formula, has a solution to all your April Fool's woes.
Don't believe
so now
anything.
By this time, you're past. Yeah. But make a jot down,
you're past and
take a note.
You've already been got.
Yeah, you maybe already been got, but take a note. You don't want to get got like in 2006 or 5 or 4, whenever it was, where Fox Sports Detroit got me for telling me, breaking news. I wake up, I'm having the biggest bowl of cereal possible, and on Fox Sports Detroit, they're like, breaking news: a 3-way trade between the Vikings, Packers, and Lions. Which, why would they do that?
Yeah, just
the end of the division. But they're like, the Vikings are giving Randy Moss to the Lions, and I'm just sitting there, my jaw's dropping. They're like, first round picks and Brett Favre and all this random shit's happening. He's aging, so he's throwing interceptions every day. They're trading him, and but Lions are getting Randy Moss. Flipping out. I was like, holy shit. Luckily, there wasn't a Twitter and TikTok for me to get bashed immediately. I would have recorded 9 videos. Randy Moss, the Lions going to the Super Bowl. We got Randy Moss. And then I would have been people who aged well. And then I would have got shit on, and then I would have killed myself.
Yeah.
Because of public humiliation.
Yep.
But don't get got.
Don't get got.
Do Corey's solution. Jot a note down for 364 days later.
Yeah.
Or whenever.
Don't believe.
Corey woke up this April Fool's morning and said, nobody's getting me.
Yeah.
He looked at the date, first thing. People look at Twitter. People look at blogs. They talk to their significant other. Corey woke up and was like, calendar. And then he was like,
what did I do? The first thing I looked at was the collapsing roof thing. And then I went, dude, that's insane. And then I saw a video of like this guy where he has like a farm. And he goes, there's going to be some news story coming out. And right when he said that, I go, oh, wait a minute. He's about to make like the biggest joke. And it was like a joke. He goes, the farm isn't even real. It's all green screens. Everything's fake. And like he's going through all this stuff. And I go, today's the day. Everyone's going to try to get me.
Yeah.
No, I feel like
in
I'm
her
like
30s.
I feel like I'm like
they're after me.
I'm like Joe List, and we're like pranks and like getting someone or like dude like tricking someone and they're like, huh, just kidding, dude. And I'm like, I don't. That doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like even me, like I would feel bad if I like made someone. They were like, "Oh my God, are you hurt?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just kidding. I got you." And I'm like, "You just made them feel horrible for like whatever amount of time."
Yeah, it's not fun. No fun.
It's not fun.
No fun intended. Hey, no fun. Poop, peep, poop, poop. Poop my pants. April Fools.
Well, time to get ready to go see Scream.
Time to turn the show off. Yep. Scream got to the point where in their movies, they're like, oh, there's 8 stabs. And now we're like, I don't know how many Screams there are. There might be 8.
But these are going to be like connected.
I think it's 6, though. But
I saw the one where they were at like the house. They're like a cabin. And like
they're all connected.
Right.
You know?
I saw 4. I did see 4 in theater.
5, I think they're running around the hospital at one point. Someone's got a phone. I don't know. That's about it. That's all you need to know.
You're going to go see this.
He's doing this and then missing. That's the best part of Scream. If you're going to be that guy for Halloween, just go in a doorway and go.
Yeah.
Just move your arm around, swiggle it around, and then run back out. That's what happens. Or put your tits in a freaking small opening.
Another one? Is
open
Courtney
the garage
Cox
door,
in
kill
this
yourself. Yeah, she's still alive, right? Jordan's like, you can't remember? She got slaughtered.
Yeah.
She got gutted.
Yeah, I don't remember. If I did go see it, I would just be like, yeah. It would be a purely like, I'm just here to.
That's how it's always been for me. I've never even, like in the movies, they'll go, oh yeah, that's the cousin of this person. I go, cool. None of it's good.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
like the best parts are
Waking up.
Wes Craven started waking up. It sucks that
is it Wes Craven or is it East Craven?
it's fucking East, no T, it's
Damn.
EAS. That's his brother. North.
I'm being distracted.
Dude, is that kid already like? I hate my life. North West.
I don't know. Probably. Actually,
When are we gonna hear about that kid every day?
I don't know.
Because that's how that happens.
When is that kid gonna shoot up a school?
You don't really know much about the celebrity kids, and then it's like, well, celebrities kids, and then space, and then before you know it, they're like, actually, we're gonna pay publicists to shove this kid down your throat, and then now you're a pedophile.
Wait a minute. I like it.
Back to when you said I didn't want to make people not know what the hell you're talking about. The roof collapsing. There's been crazy storms in the Midwest. I don't know where else because I don't care.
Because we don't care.
'Cause I'm not anywhere else. But the some like metalcore, grindcore fucking show.
They literally tore the roof off the place.
Indiana. Yeah, dude, finally. But I guess I saw. So this is one comment someone put. There's like a little video on lambgoat.com and Instagram, all that. I guess this is why only a couple people got hurt, because they made an announcement like the storms were bad. They knew the storms were bad, and they were telling people to like leave the
area.
The area.
Yeah. The one person went, no.
And then I guess there was just a certain amount of people who just stayed in the front of the stage. And then so that the thing collapsed. 28 people got injured. One died, I guess.
One died.
And in the video, it's like a very short clip, but like the roof is now where like the mosh pit would be.
The roof is on the ground.
Yeah. And then
there was
you just hear like, oh, help, help.
I know.
And
then
I'm
you
like,
see,
Jesus.
dude, and it's crazy because the one guy trying to help, and he's just by himself, just trying to lift a roof, and I was like, I mean, we're gonna need more people.
Yeah, we're gonna need way more
this
people.
guy's just like, I got it.
The guy videotaping it, making a TikTok, dancing. It's just Pat Mahomes' brothers there.
Dude, yeah. He I just saw a thing where he like literally like sexually assaulted some like restaurant manager, like started making
that went viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool, dude.
Yeah, he's sick.
That's fucking sick.
What's funny is
he's
I'm like,
fucking gay as shit.
He's not gay.
He's fucking gay as shit, and
gay.
he's fucking sexually assaulting women.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
badass.
That's revolutionary.
Yeah.
This guy's.
Who says gay guys can't fucking rape women?
Who says gay guys can't be fucking sick?
Yeah. Who says gay guys can't fucking show a woman who's boss?
Yeah. Maybe that's why he did it. He's gay and he like hates women.
Yeah.
He's a sexist. He fucking hates
Maybe.
women. That's why he's gay.
I want to make you look like a.
And then he's
bitch.
like, I'm gonna fucking.
If that's
do
the
whatever I
case,
want
he's
to
fucking
women.
sweet.
Dude, this guy's sick.
Someone just. Our friends are here. Can't take a joke. No, it's not right. Okay, sorry.
I'm pretty sure Jordan listens to this as like white noise, and then every now and then, like right now, I just said Jordan, and the lights come on. And she's like, "All right, what is he saying now? Oh, it's not about Harry Potter or Fall Out Boy or Scream." And then she just hops right out.
The three, the trifecta.
That's the top three
Scream.
topics for my wife.
It's like, dude, Harry.
So
Potter.
if anyone wants to take it from me,
It's
just
funny.
study those three. You can
Harry
swoop
Potter
right
is
in.
like a freaking. There's theme parks.
Yeah.
And then Scream.
Scream.
Oh, man.
It's got the Friends cast in it. Chris. The entire cast is not in it. I feel like you could easily make like an I think you should leave sketch out of like me and her talking about the things she likes, because I would just be like, who cares?
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, Chris. I don't know. And then I don't know.
The whole cast.
It'd be like a silly character.
Yeah, you do a one-off, like, you're like, yeah, they went into like a store at one point, and then that's when she interjects. 'Cause actually, so the store was in the beginning, and then you're like, oh.
He's like, well, me and Caitlin were there when they filmed that.
Oh, yeah.
It's on freaking
Yeah, when they
Howard
followed
Street.
Courtney Cox around.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the one who noticed her. I get to have sex with her.
Yeah. I know, so I can fuck her.
Yeah.
Sorry, first.
I found the celebrity first. I can fuck it.
I saw, like, Whitney posted the thing yesterday. The actress who plays, she saw whoever.
Yeah, I don't know that name. I saw that name.
It was the actress who plays Jan, and I Googled it.
I was about to. I forgot.
Because I Googled it and I almost put in the chat because I thought it'd be funny. I should have done it. I don't know why I did, but I almost put in the chat. Oh my God, I know I fucking knew the name, didn't Google it at all. That's sweet. It's Jan from The Office.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna do something like that.
Yeah,
I wonder who else Googled it and went, cool.
And then like, oh no, how about maybe reacted and then was like, I gotta look that up.
Yeah. Or no,
I don't want to look
they
bad in
looked it
front of
up.
my trivia friends.
Yeah.
They know every actor's name.
Yeah, I saw like the people like playing that, and I'm like, dude, I'm not looking like a moron.
The first
I don't
one
know shit.
There's like
I'm a dumbass.
What's it called? Scorple. The first one I played with them, I just hopped on just to be funny.
Yeah.
It was about the show Outer Banks. So I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
So they finally asked a question about that hot Sarah lady in it. And then it's like, what does so-and-so get Sarah for her birthday? Whatever. Even though Jordan right now is going, that was not a question.
Yeah.
That's because
this is
because if you repeat the real question, that's not funny.
Yeah, these are the moments where she's going, I got to bring this up. It's
I got to correct them. And then it's like, hey, it means nothing. The correction means nothing. But what do they get Sarah for her birthday? And then that's the chick I was telling you, I think, has a lip lift. And so everyone's got like the real answer, and I just have a lip lift. And then I'm sure people are just like rolling their eyes at my answers. So that's all. I was just doing that to laugh at my own. I'm a psycho.
I don't get invited to trivia. I don't get invited to
Well, it happens immediately. I kept thinking it was over. We did the one and it was finished, and I had 0 points. I was in last. And then
I don't get invited to in restaurant trivia, and I don't get invited to phone trivia.
I invited to restaurant trivia the one time I was maybe going to go.
Me.
And I still haven't never gone.
Yeah, because it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. So I wanted to text you about this, but saved it for the show. And every time I think about that, sometimes I have done that before, and I've said something to you, and there's like 0 conversation that we get. It's literally like I mentioned something, and then we just go on something else, and then I'm like, I kind of like when I thought about the thing during the week, I'm like, oh, this will be a big topic Corey and I will talk about. And then I mention it, and then we go back to like fucking lip lift girl or whatever. And fucking Jan. Yeah. But I was listening to this NFL I think I vaguely brought it up a little bit, but there's an NFL podcast called Blackballed on The Ringer. It's like a sports show. They have a lot of different like podcasts through this, but they've only had 4 episodes so far, and it's about the Forgotten Four, which I never knew about them, and it's because they were like the first 4 black guys to play in the NFL in like the fucking 20s, dude.
And they were probably the best.
And they were great, but like it's crazy, dude. They had I didn't know. There's all these things I'm learning, and I recommend anyone if they enjoy any like history stuff, and then especially about sports.
Oh God.
But the big thing is race. The whole thing, obviously, is just so much about race, and like
they do like a big race, and
they have a white guy and a black guy.
Race.
The black guy keeps winning, but it's like fucked up. Like they play quotes from people back then who were like this is like the 30s and 40s talking about the time that these guys played. So like I guess they were letting.
I guess white people were racist back then.
I guess
people weren't happy about it.
You ever seen Remember the Titans? Like I guess that was like everybody.
Yeah, that shit was like real. I thought that was a movie.
Yeah, but it was just a lot of people. Creativity's gone.
I feel uncomfortable.
Show's over. Jordan just laughs. She's like, I'm your only listener.
Anyway, so in Scream 5, the part where Monica goes into the store.
She goes, "Do you need me?" Yeah, Monica goes to the store, and then
he goes, and then the guys aren't going like this.
Jordan, give us a recap of.
Don't do it.
I don't know. Did you just came down to grab your coffee?
No, we're talking about black people and
We were
how
talking about black people
racism
in the
was
NFL
apparently a
and
thing.
how your ancestors didn't let them play. fucking, it was the Italians.
Yeah.
They were mobbed up and racist.
Yeah, unbelievable. And isn't there German in you? Need I remind you what they did?
I don't even know if there is in me.
Not you. Her.
I know it's her. I fucking married a Nazi.
Guess what's in me? Only sick fucking shit.
Dude, fucking sick
Dude,
shit.
it's fucking badass. Yeah. I did a fucking a 23andMe. No, what are they?
Ancestry.
And I don't want to.
And then also 23andMe.
Yeah.
You don't want to? You don't want the government to get you? You don't want to be chipped?
I'm already. The government already got me.
They already got you when you got the vax, dude. You got chipped.
Oh, and they fingerprinted me when I got my job. So I'm like, great, I'm in the database.
Damn it, I'm in the fucking.
Dude, that means if I commit a crime, like my fingerprints are in the like. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that was Corey.
Yeah, he's right here. He's a fucking bitch.
He fucking slaughtered everybody in the.
Anyway.
Stab 8.
What was that saying? Oh yeah. Dude, if I did a 23andMe or an Ancestry, it would come back and would go, dude, this guy's fucking sick.
Dude, it's 100% sick.
Dude, 100% fucking badass.
Yeah, that's what they did when they saw that image of me when I photoshopped Diesel on a skateboard on a rail. They're like, dude, Ancestry.com.
How did that not
get viral?
Yeah.
It got 8 likes. I was like,
and
this
then
is the funniest shit.
I've seen other people do it, and it like blows up, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Nobody cares. I'm blackballed.
Yeah.
And then NFL Twitter.
Here we go. Okay, apparently back to what we were talking about. Racism was real.
Dude, believe it or not, a lot of people. No, what I was shocked by, because this is a funny thing, because we just saw Joe Derosa, and he had a big thing about how there's no progress is like fake, and then fucking crazy, because while he's doing that set, we saw Joe Derosa at the Independent in Detroit, and then like while he's doing that set, and he's going over all these fucking things. It's hilarious and like dark. And while
then he was like, I was tweeting.
I was tweeting going, you got to get this guy off the stage. He doesn't believe fucking black people should get rights. And then, so like, but I'm listening to this podcast and they're going over the history of the NFL in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s.
During?
Yeah. No, but like, at work, I'm like thinking back to the episode and I'm like, that is fucking crazy. Because like everything you're saying, like no progress. I'm like, that's literally, it's like fake progress. There's so many things that are fake.
Yeah.
Dude, they, and then not even just fake, but like, I guess the first NFL black head coach was in the 20s, and then they didn't have another one till like 89. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, how did you have one? And then you went, no,
we did it.
No, we can't let them do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure, we don't know. We weren't around. I was born in 89. So when I was born, someone was like, there's a black head coach. And I was like, that's how it's always been.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But
we weren't like, oh.
we weren't around. We didn't know. But so it's not our fault. No.
Don't blame me.
Like how a lot of white people will like dismiss, like on Fox News and shit, they just dismiss any type of like racial issues because they're just like, well, I'm not doing it. And they're like, yeah, but it's like the whole system.
Yeah, but it's the cyst.
So system fibrosis.
Have you ever heard
they got that.
Have you ever heard of a system?
In the NFL, system of a down, system fibrosis. They got that in the NFL. It's bad. It's a bad down. It's chop suey.
Down syndrome. Down system.
Down system. It's a down system.
It is hailing out.
Whoa. Fuck. Protect the windows.
Oh my God, my son. I just run home. He's just sitting in the house. He's probably freaking out. Dude, it was thundering and lightning last night, and
it was wild.
I'll have to have Jen send you the... Here. Continue.
I actually thought my furnace like exploded in the basement because there was so much constant thunder.
Yeah.
I thought something was burning.
I was
like, what the fuck is going on?
We watched the new episode of Mandalorian. We'll get back to the NFL thing. I just want to say this real quick because it started storming. I wanted to say this real quick. I watched the Mandalorian, and I went, all right, I'm going to go play games. So I went in the back, play games. And then he's like... I put my headset on. I can't hear the thunder. And he's like crying. And I'm like, why is he crying? And I was like, oh, it's
the
thundering.
world's ending.
Yeah, he gets scared. So then Jen comes back there and then she's like laying down on her phone. And so I have my desk against the wall and there's like a space this big between the desk and then the wall.
Thumbnail.
The wall next to me.
Doing this for the thumbnail.
And then I have like a box of my old video card my new video card came in. And the box is like, it's like a little mini wall. And he just goes around it and he's just laying in the corner behind the box.
Just smashed.
Just sitting there.
Yeah.
Jen has a couple pictures. He's just, dude, it's so funny.
There's got to be something it'll pop up now that we're talking about it on our phones.
Yeah,
There's
fuck.
gonna be some like fucking rubber kennel a dog can just like safely get into, and it's like nice.
We did like
quiet.
We had his kennel up one time, and like they were like, oh yeah, if you put like blankets over it, and like, but like he just didn't go in it. He didn't care. So I was like, all right, well he doesn't care about this.
Get like soundproof, like we have for the studio that we're in.
The stud.
You know, the soundproof stuff. Maybe you could get that in your game room. So first off, you don't hear a goddamn peep. You can play games with no
someone's
outside
in my
peeps.
house just fucking.
Someone's just
shooting
beating the hell out of you. Jen's going off. Yeah. Just firing guns. I don't know.
And I'm just
shooting the neighbors from the window.
That'd be cool.
Corey, I got them all. And then you're like,
only one. Like, she only wants to shoot one.
Yeah. Everyone, there's always one.
Yeah, there's just the guys that she hates. It's so funny. I mean, the guy's not great, but she's just like, I just hate that guy, and I'm like,
I like when like nice people like Jen really hate something.
Yeah, we got that camera in the back, and then I was like, it was pretty cool, and she's like, and in my head, I'm like, you just got this because of that guy.
Yeah,
and she's just, I just hate.
Yeah, she just wanted to record that guy's ex screaming.
Dude, it is funny. I need to get
FGT.
It sucks because
RTD, FGD.
The batteries in that camera died. I need to replace them. So it just hasn't been getting anything.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just flying down.
I had it set up in here,
and then Diesel was like, "You think you're gonna watch me?"
Like it wasn't catching anything, and then like it fell, and then like a cat peed on something, and I was like, "All right, I just have bad luck."
Yeah.
Diesel went up there and was like, "I gotta piss," knocked it off.
Yeah.
Hopped back down over here, took a piss.
All right, back to
no. I just very recommend it. It's hilarious. I'm so used to comedy, you know. I don't think racism back then was hilarious. We'll edit that in post.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm just so used to like only ever commenting on comedy stuff that I'm like, oh, it's hilarious. Just a stock fucking word in my head. But, Kenny Washington, I don't know all the guys' names. There's like a guy named Willie, I think, and Billy, and some other
Willie,
name.
Billy, and Kenny.
Yeah, and then there's another one. Marion. But they all have different stories. I just think it's crazy, dude. They had black dudes playing college football, and then the pros were just like, we're just not drafting them. And then, so they would have. This is another thing that's gonna like spark a shit in your asshole. Like, they had. I was texting my brother Mark about it. They have a thing called, I wrote it down, Chicago Charities College All Star game. They played this in the preseason. American football from 1934 to 1976. So they probably had something like it before 34, but. So the NFL Blackballed was talking about it in like the very beginning. But I just heard that and I was like, what the fuck? I look it up. I'm like, this is amazing. They had like the college all-stars, like the best players in college. They'd form one team of all the all pro people in college. And they would play in a preseason game, so it wasn't too serious.
Yeah.
But think about the NFL back then. Guys are still getting murdered.
Yeah.
Guys were getting murdered in the NFL until like 20 years ago. So until Ray Lewis killed the last guy in Vegas or wherever it was. And then, so they would have the Super Bowl winning team, or, it wasn't Super Bowl yet, way back then. It was just the championship. But the championship winning team would play the best all-stars of college. Like, how fun would that be as a preseason game to see something like that? It's like now it'll never happen, like the way it is set up. But people now always talk about, like, what if we had the Carolina Panthers, one of the worst teams in the NFL, play Alabama? People, that's like the conversation now sometimes, which is silly. But I'm like, that's an awesome thing. But anyways, back then, I think it was like maybe 34, maybe one of the early ones. It was in the 30s, I think. But that guy, Kenny Washington, so they only had like 2 black dudes playing in the game. And he was like, he only had like 10 carries, but he had over 10 yards and a carry. So, like, that, like, if he was not black, they would be giving him the ball more. They wouldn't. So, this dude was just murdering, and then he was, like, so close to breaking a record. And this is against the champions of the pro league.
Oh, yeah.
He's the college guy, and he's not drafted. Every other white guy he's on a team with was already, like, drafted to a team. This is, like, the last college game.
I feel like if I was a team, I would just been like, I'm just gonna get this guy.
But that's
and
what was
gonna win.
happening. There were so many coaches that are like, and then they would be interviewed. So they played a lot of clips on the show, a lot of interesting stuff. And these dudes would be like, "We're here to win games.
Yeah,
Like the race is not an issue."
Yeah.
You know, and then I bet you it almost made, if someone did have like racist inclinations, I'm sure that they were like, I mean, I told that old me to take a shit. I'm trying to win a football game, keep my job.
That's what I'm saying. Even if you were like, even if you are racist back in the day, I mean, you just see like, okay, for black, because I don't know people back then, but it's like you see Barry Sanders, but you're like
Kenny Washington was the running back.
You see this Kenny Washington guy, and you just go, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, he had like a huge
Dude,
kick return.
On my team.
Yeah, I think like maybe the opening kick return. He returned it.
Nice.
It's just like, what the fuck? And so there's a bunch of interesting stuff from back then. Dude, for a moment in time, the pro leagues teams only had 2 black people. Like that was like, they were like, we'll have 2.
Hit our cap.
And then another thing is this happened until the fucking like 80s, dude. Maybe even the 70s. They would only let black people do like positions that like they literally, the white narrative was that we're smarter. Like they're quoting these people that like they can't do those hard positions. They can't play center and call out linebackers blitzing. That's a white position. The quarterback, center, linebacker, those guys have to do signal calling, and black people just can't. Like, and that was like the narrative, and they would just say that on the news. They played a clip from like Fox or something, and they were just people were like, it's just been proven. And then there was a guy like talking about science, and that's how far science has gone.
Yeah.
And then like, so they would say that shit, but like now in science, they're like, no, like everyone's a human, and that's not real. This shit that you're just making up narratives, but it's just wild. Very interesting. The good old days.
Watch it. The good old days.
Make America great.
Yeah. Again. Wasn't he like arrested or something?
Yeah, I didn't really read about it. I just got texts from friends. Fucking, You
did?
I got a text from someone. I'm not trying to, but they're just like, I just saw posts too. People like, fucking all this stuff. I'm like, I don't even know. Could have been about 8 different things. I thought people were getting them for tax stuff at one point. Now it's some other thing.
Yeah.
He fucked a porn star or something. People were talking about that in this arrested thing.
Yeah,
like,
I did see
I thought we were getting them for tax stuff.
What's that
something.
comedian's name? Fuck. Anyway, he fuck. Anyway, he.
I can think of him.
Huh?
I can help you.
I can't even think of his name. But he posted like, he goes, well,
Sam Morril. Sorry.
No, apparently he was like, there he goes. I'm not a word about it, but he's
Jimmy
like,
Dore.
He's like, Trump he fucked a sex worker, which is work, and then paid her hush money, which is money. He's done more for women, whatever. Fuck, who was that?
I don't know.
He's that bald guy. He's in New
Jim
York.
Norton?
He's in New York. No, he's a New York guy.
Bald guy. Not Bobby Kelly.
No.
Paul Verzi.
No.
Not Bill Burr. He's all over the place. And he's obviously huge.
He doesn't tweet.
Forget his name, and he doesn't tweet. He occasionally tweets about like Boston
This is a
sports.
tweet that I saw, the screenshot he posted on Instagram too.
I saw that too. How do I not know the name?
Yeah, fuck, what's his name? It's pretty funny too.
Don't know the name.
It is getting very scary out.
Dan. The storms are building up. 96, quite bit of
I had sex with a man, then I turned gay.
96.
I had sex with 96 men.
Do you think any gay guys
Yes. No.
turn like, 62 and then they're like, I'm actually straight? You got the other way. That happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, do you have an uncle like that? Maybe he started gay?
Hey, did you start gay and then went,
This is too many dicks.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
that viral video of Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe on like some sports show, only talking about cocks and dicks. It's just, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, they're all lesbians making dick jokes. I'm like, hey, they're fucking making jokes.
Yeah.
And
what was that clip?
So many other people
that was like embedded in the middle of it. Some guy like going, I don't want to hear anything that they have to say, or something like that.
I think they might have been making fun of that guy. Maybe, obviously, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the guy seems, from that limited clip, and how he looked, I was like, oh, he's probably the worst.
Yeah.
I just like, it's so funny, like. I just
lesbians.
I don't understand people care so much.
I
like
love
they just get so mad.
Yeah.
I'm mad. I know I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
A comedian had the blah bit.
Shit. It's getting scary out, and I'm not home.
I'm gonna have to drive home in this rain. You kidding me, Coach?
You kidding me, dog? You kidding me, son?
Trying to think of. There's so many good things in that Blackballed podcast.
Well, it's over.
Oh, dude,
we're
the
done
fourth
talking
episode.
About it.
They got clips from like, so these players, you know, they've had kids, and then like they'd have clips of them talking about their parents and some stories. Dude, it's crazy. Remember the Titans? Is that staged in like the 50s or 60s? I don't know when. 70s? Can't be too long ago.
Yeah, whenever. Yeah, because they were like one of the first schools to like. Blend like
So that was like in the show, that was their point. They were like, no, people have forgotten.
Yeah.
They tried even earlier.
Yeah.
They were doing it earlier, and then the NFL, like white people were
like, no.
The white narrative was getting shot down that they're better and smarter and stronger and everything. Like that was like the white narrative. So then they were like, all right, well, we just won't have them in, and they took them out. And then they said it was a 13-year period. No black people are in the pro sports. And then it's just unfortunate that Kenny Washington dude, I think they put some of those dudes in
1971.
Yeah, see? They had people fucking in the 20s and 30s playing the sports.
Yeah.
And then they were like, nah. And, you know.
That's great.
Isn't that... Dude, and then the second black head coach, we were fucking born that year. When that guy got a job, it's like, that's fucked up. The league is like 60 or 70% black dudes, and they're like, we can't be coaches. And then they played another clip, too, of some white coach. He's like, well, if we're not the coaches, what do we have left?
Oh, my God.
And like that's the type of shit you hear right now. It's like, oh, these other people are taking our jobs. Like, we're not going to have anything left. It's like, that's not how
do the job better, bitch.
That's not how the world
works, if you do the job better, you keep the job. If you don't have to do the job better, then you don't keep the job.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Actually, that's not really how it works because there's
it's still not how it works, but there's connections.
You know, connections and nepotism and, you know, people.
So that was like the explanation.
Unions.
So that was another thing, too. Jim Trotter, I think is his name. He, right now,
nice.
Trotter, he's the guy. He does, he's like one of the dudes in the NFLPA, Players Association. He like fights for them. And he's on NFL Network sometimes. Ooh, thunder. So Jim Trotter, he was talking about, like, this is recent. They're playing clips from him having interviews and discussions where he's talking about like not just the Rooney Rule. They introduced that Rooney Rule, and basically it's like, hey guys, you got to at least interview a black guy.
Yeah.
And then they literally, like, black dudes are going into interviews knowing, I already heard the news. You're hiring Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
Why am I even fucking here?
Yeah.
And then they also talked about Brian Flores, who was like, I'd improve this team. The players fucking love me.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins are like, nah, get out.
Yeah, what the
so he's still suing them.
Yeah, I never understood what.
There's even Bill Belichick texted the wrong Brian. He texted Brian Daboll when he was supposed to be texting. No, he texted Brian Flores, black dude, when he was supposed to be texting white dude, Brian Daboll, and said, congratulations, Brian, on the blah, 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 blah. And then that Brian was like, what? He was going into an interview.
Yeah.
He was going to be interviewed for the same thing. Got a text from Bill Belichick. Congratulations, Brian, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I didn't get a job yet.
Yeah.
And then, like, so they have those texts saved. And it's just like and this isn't the only time. They've been skeptical of all these other times. So they've improved the Rooney Rule. It's like different now. But like for so long, it was just like black dudes knew that like, oh, they're just going to fucking, hey, how you doing, Marvin Lewis? See you later. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And Marvin Lewis, by the way, his coaching reign with the Bengals, most successful portion of the Bengals in history. And he's
suing them.
He's suing too. But yeah, so those types of crazy shit. And then like Tony Dungy's the
So
first
wasn't Brian
NFL
Flores
head
only
coach.
on the Dolphins for 1 year?
I think it was 2,
Oh.
maybe 1. And Mike Daniels isn't bad. He's good. Actually, he's very good. But that's the point.
he's
Like
pretty
all these
sweet,
guys are like, and he's also hilarious. He's like a fucking awesome interview. They played clips from him where he's like, what did he say? He was talking shit about like, oh, he heard about like how much money the Commanders are about to sell for.
Oh, yeah, because he's like, and I couldn't get free coffee.
Yeah.
That was funny.
But then like these NFL guys on this podcast I listen to were like, all the NFL teams give free coffee to people. They're like, that's just him being funny. But like that makes me like him even more. He just likes to be a silly, funny guy.
That whole thing that came out though with the players like grading stuff. It's like there are teams where it's like they don't get certain stuff for free or they don't get. And I'm like, I think every NFL team can afford to give the optimum to your players. Food, whatever.
Pat's been talking about it a bunch on the show. Pat McAfee's been talking about it a bunch on his show the last few weeks. He's like, because those grades came out, he's like, isn't that you're paying millions of dollars to this guy? Wouldn't you want him comfortably flying? Why would you have us in coach? You wouldn't.
Yeah.
So you get us first class so we could lay our legs out.
Yeah.
And then like Joe Derosa's joke, first class is fucking what everyone should just be getting anyways. That's what normal.
Utter shit.
Utter shit.
They make you think utter shit is okay.
Yeah.
So then when they give you shit, you're like, this is great.
It was so good. See Joe Derosa.
They're making you pay your good money for shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he was awesome.
That was great.
Honestly, I go, this is great.
I was annoyed. I'm like, you should be slaughtering to like 2,000 people.
It really goes to show you, though, like a lot of these guys that have been doing it for a long time, the experience shows.
Yes.
Like they have so much.
He's slaughtered.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, just because I had my own judgments based off of like, I've liked him on
I've
podcasts.
been up there.
Yeah. I've been to 2 open mics. I know how this is. And this guy's not one of the good ones. Okay, I know he's been doing it for 20 years and he sells out tours.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy they played that small room.
Tiny room.
I'm
Our
like,
friend texts us, there's 20 chairs in here.
Yeah. I sat down, Joe looks at me and he was like, dude, I thought it was going to be big. I was like, yeah, I'm shocked.
Yeah, you're like.
And then when that lady told us to slide down, and the whole time in my head I was going, I was thinking about saying this earlier. I was going to be like, hey, everybody, let's just move down one. So there's.
I was about to too.
But then I was like, whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, but then sometimes it's like, oh, am I the fucking chair coordinator at the show?
I would be that, and then it's funny because
not working.
Like if I did that, like it was someone be like, "What?" I mean, all right, and then I'd be like, but then it's like then the lady comes over and does it, and I go, "See, I mean, I would have done. I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Fuck."
Everyone thinks I'm lazy.
Yeah.
How funny are Joe, Ben, and Russ? I feel like there's not a set of brothers that are different, but that look the same.
Yeah, they are like
they look the same.
They are wildly.
They
different
are all
people.
wildly different.
Yeah.
Russ is like, I cannot stop gambling all of my money.
Yeah.
And then Joe's also like that now. But
yeah, Russ is very
Ben goes like. Shaw asked me about the stand-up thing, and I just talked to him for a second, and then Ben's like, "You gonna get us tickets?" And I was like, "Get you tickets to what? To open mics?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah." And I go, "It's an open mic. Just anyone goes." He's like, "Yeah, you go, but like everyone else, like." And I'm like, "Nobody's paying.
Oh yeah.
You just
unless
walk
you do the
in."
one at the Comedy Castle.
Yeah, that's that. But yeah, you're right.
Fucking
Maybe that's the only one. That's the only one he knows
bullshit.
about. The only one he knows about. Well, that's because they'll have fucking like I don't know. They are supposed to be better. We did go, and they're not much better, dude.
No.
I've been to the bar open mics, and I'm like, some of them you're like, all right, I could do this.
Yeah.
And then you need them.
Yeah,
you need these horrible
them.
people because you're like, all right, this person has nothing, and they're somehow up here.
Hey, I'll go up there and go like this. you guys remember Chris? Like, no. I'm like,
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah.
Dude, the crazy thing, though, when I was telling Joe, I'm like, dude, it was nuts. I go up there, and I was like, my hand, it's like I just developed Parkinson's as soon as I got on stage.
Dude, I was doing that.
I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Oh, a little fart. I was doing that when I was giving the wedding speech.
Yeah.
I was like, does anyone see this?
No, and then I went, oh, and then I went to the other hand. I'm like, the other hand's doing it too. And then I put my two hands, and it was shake weight, and just started deep throwing it.
Yeah. But I don't know how you touch me in there.
You know, what do we, I don't know. Talked about a lot of stuff, we get the NFL Ringer, Blackballed podcast, recommend.
Hate it.
Get in on that. Oh, the 4th episode, 3-4.
Was
driving around in a high-low listening to this podcast. They talked about, like just last year in August, they put a couple of those guys in like the Hall of Fame. They should have been in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Because they was all blackballed and shitty old whites being racist for so long. So I like they played clips from like when it happened and like the daughter of the guy, Kenny talking about it. And I like, if I wasn't such a hold it in motherfucker, I probably would have cried on my high-low. Like, literally, I was like, this is, like, deep. This should be a fucking legit Netflix documentary. I'm listening to it. Like, they put it together so well. I'm like, this could be a fucking... I mean, it's a great podcast. It could be a good documentary. I recommend it. It's good. And then another NFL thing I was going to bring up was that some people... Mike Florio, I think that's his name. Some shit like that. The Pro Football Talk guy.
Kenny Florian.
I finished fights. He brain fart, titty nipple. He thinks the NFL is going to not like add a Canada team or just like move the Jags to London. He thinks they're gonna like have a division. Like they'll start with 2 teams and then have 4. But this
is gonna get way too crazy.
Immediately, the first thing most people think is they're like, so wait, like a team from San Diego or Seattle is going to have a 15-hour flight? That's or longer. I don't know how long. That's so long. I know from here to Europe, it's 9 hours from like Midwest Michigan. But
yeah,
Seattle team, I'm like, those teams would never play each other. So I don't know. To me, immediately, I'm like, why don't they just do NFL Europe again? Why even have like an NFL Europe? And then occasionally, if you want to, you could do a preseason game where it's like the champions from both.
I don't know. Because they're like...
Because players won't even...
I feel like the logistics of it.
They were like, dude, free agent's not a fucking free agent. I'll go over there.
Yeah.
Like, I already heard immediately NFL, like Pac-Man Jones on Pat McAfee show was like, everything's smaller there. I'm not fucking going over there.
Yeah. Yeah, none of them want to
I'm going to be in a tight hotel.
Yeah, all these people from America are going to be like, I'm not going over there.
Yeah. My whole fucking family's here. This is why I chose the Dolphins or whatever. Yeah. So it's wild.
Yeah.
When he first said that, I got excited for a moment.
I was like this.
Oh, yeah. I was excited because I was like, dude, I just love the idea of more teams. I just like the NFL. Like, it's like they can just print money. They can do whatever they want. So I was just like, oh, my God, I can play a new team in Madden, and I can watch more games. And
it's all about Madden.
They'll end up having 34, 36, 38, 40 teams. It'd be fun. They'll have they could have a division in fucking Germany, division in Division,
Yeah.
But then as soon as you think about all the real person aspect parts of it, how these players are real people, you're like, oh, no, this one.
Yeah, these people have feelings.
These people have hearts.
They have hearts. Yeah, no one wants to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Tim would be like, it's better over there, or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, and there's another topic. How like soccer teams come over here. Like we saw PSG and who was that? PSG and Titty Nipple? Man United? Is that match was? Was it like Arsenal?
PSG and like Real Madrid? No.
Yes.
Was that what
I think it was that.
I don't remember.
I can't remember either. But anyways, every time that happens, whatever stadium they got, because the players won't, they say no. Like if they don't listen to the demands. And the demand is playing on like perfect real grass. Because I'm sure you know, watching BPL, that's what they play on. They play on like perfect real grass. They don't play on fake shit. Why is the NFL consistently playing on fake shit?
Yeah.
Guys get hurt all the fucking time. There's all these stats with like ACL injuries. And I guess in 2022, so the 2021 year, the stats, I guess, were closer with like ACL injuries and big injuries on real fields and fake fields. The stats were like closer. Still more injuries on the fake fields, but the stats were closer. So NFL managers and stuff, because it costs money. It costs a ton of money to have those fields. So like they were just like the owners are like, well, look, there's not really any real data. The numbers are closer. We don't have to do the real fields.
Yeah.
And then this past season, just back to like totally different. Back to like 75 huge injuries and like 14 on real nice grass. So, and so the players are using that as an example. These soccer players, like the NFL players, are using the example as like these soccer players, BPL and all over the Europe. These guys are coming over here and they demand perfect green fields. They won't play if they don't. So we won't play if you guys don't.
Yeah.
So they're trying to push that because there's all these bad fields. Guys getting hurt. The rubber pellets. Like we should have never had that. Even like our high school.
I remember thinking it was
playing
cool.
on that going, this sucks.
Yeah, I remember thinking I was like, oh, it's like a new thing.
Ooh, you got the
cool.
thing.
But yeah,
we're spending money. It's actually less money. It's cheap.
Well, like it because they like get the like in like the.
It's harder
like
to maintain.
Soccer, they like
grass.
do like slides and stuff. You can't slide on that turf.
No.
You'll destroy yourself.
Yeah, and that's what sucks in football. I remember like falling and just being covered in the pellets. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we go play in the Taylor Sportsplex and get slammed on the fucking floor? Why don't we just play on concrete?
Why is your gate open?
Wind.
Oh.
The storm just busted that thing open. I was like, I put it back, and then shit just like flies open. All these bricks and stuff go flying. I'm like, I need a new. That back fence is trash. I need to replace it.
What about What about your side fence, dude? It looks great.
It's 'cause I built it. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
It was kind of cool doing that, like all 100% myself. Like, do clamps, and I'm just like, I don't even need somebody to hold something.
Yeah.
I had those little clamps and set them up. And I was like, I'm basically Jesus. I'm a carpenter.
I'm basically the Lord. The Lord.
Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this lady, Caitlin Clark?
No.
She is lighting up the women's NCAA.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
She had
Like
40 points in a Final Four game.
Insane threes.
Yeah, and she's like, people think that like I'm just chucking up shots. She goes, we practice those.
Yeah.
Just like when you see
Steph Curry
and all these guys in the NBA do it.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, why are they so good?
But they know how.
She's like, I practice this. What's funny too is like they got clips from Kevin Durant and all these NBA guys who were like, she just looks faster and better than everyone else in the court. And because I coached
women's
girls basketball for a little while, and like there were times where like there'd be one or two. I mean, it's like that in everything, especially kids. It's like more the disparity. Is that the word? I don't know, but like you see, like one kid just goes around everybody, gets a layup, and I'm like, they could literally do this every time.
Yeah.
Because you're just like the other kids are just not there.
Yeah.
And so like it's just scary when like you just see like Barry Sanders and you're like, literally no one else can move like him.
Yeah.
Or this lady Caitlin Clark, she just, and it's funny too because basketball and women's like it just I'm like I'm sure she'd destroy my ass, but it's like I feel like you could place, I don't know, it just doesn't look, because it doesn't look that fast,
Yeah.
that you're watching because they're not as fast as like fucking Kyrie Irving. But I'm watching, going like somebody plays some defense, like, and she's just walking around people. I'm like, and that's kind of how it was like coaching in girls basketball, like these 10, 11, 12-year-olds. I'm like, fucking guys, what the fucking move? Yeah. What do you got? You guys all flat foot and like wave a hand. I'm like, you're not even trying. And like that's what it looks like sometimes with the Caitlin Clark lady. But then there's so many highlights. She's just draining threes. I mean, people are stepping up. They're like, what the fuck? They're trying. And then that's how she gets by. And like people, that's like the most simplest idea of basketball is just like make deep shots. Yeah, people go, holy shit. Yeah, then you just they try to play you tight, and then you just go, whoop. You just run around people.
Kobe.
Gobes.
Dude, Kobe was good.
Was he?
He was pretty good at basketball. What happened to him? Not funny. I'm afraid of the storm.
Yeah. Did you hear about
the school shooting?
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna open up with that and be like, guys, sorry.
Trans. We finally got our ammo.
Dude, yeah, that's it.
One of them did something bad. It's funny because people like probably are saying that, and I'm like, so what about all the white dudes who did something? Should we just kill every white guy?
Let's get rid of the whites. Yeah, because it's been that for a long time. My immediate thought, so that day it happened, I opened up YouTube. And that shit like never shows me news. There's a news line.
Dude, it did. My YouTube started showing me news during like the height of the pandemic, and it was so obnoxious.
So that's what I'm saying.
I would go to like the home, and it was like videos I watched. But then it was like, COVID, this COVID thing.
The people who run these apps control this.
Yeah, like throw it in your face, throw it in everyone's face.
And maybe it's based off of like pay. So maybe like the news places are like sponsorships, put us up. So I open up YouTube. I'm trying to watch just some fucking comedy thing and eat a sandwich and then go to bed. That's all good. And then it was just footage of the shooting, footage of the shooting.
I didn't see any footage of it.
I saw thumbnails.
I saw the police like, go.
But it's a ton of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, they just fucking are profiting off of kids being killed all the time. That's all it is. And I'm like, maybe if we weren't so fucking obsessed with this shit, like all humans in America are so obsessed with fucking death. Keep giving it to me. There's another shooting. I need to see it. Why would that be there? It's sitting there with like fucking millions of views. So watch it. Watch the death.
It's just crazy.
Keep watching it. Let's just never stop watching death.
I mean, probably because it's just like the craziest.
This is the person's name, Frank Smith. He did it.
Yeah.
And it's like, all these killers know too. It's like, I could just fucking kill 8 people and everyone knows my name.
Yeah.
I was going to kill myself, but rather than that, I'll get Frank Smith on the news and I'll kill 8 kids. I mean, it's fucking...
That's what they always say.
They're giving like green lights to like fucking psychotic morons.
Yeah.
Rather than them being incels in their house or just dumbasses in their house.
That's what they say when they report on it, like to like not report on like the name so much, like report on who it is.
Dude, don't even force the footage and all that shit on my throat. I'm like, if we just keep clicking on all that stuff, everyone just keeps going, oh, I love fucking got it. I got to see the next article about it and the next. I'm obsessed. I can't wait for the documentary on this guy. And then we're going to watch all that. We're going to watch the fucking documentary of fucking insane humans. It just bothered me. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Because there's just more. Why do you think it never ends? This isn't happening anywhere else. I don't think any other country's going, fucking look at death and shootings every day, every minute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if... I mean, it's just that happens, so the people report on it.
They can report on it, but they're like, open up YouTube. Here's all the footage. Everything was footage. Nothing had a person. It was the footage, and it was CNBC, and then MSNBC, and then this is this. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. It just felt wild. That, like, isn't this part? This has got to be part of a problem. That we're like,
I mean, it's
because nothing is stopping or slowing down. So what are we doing?
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a problem, but
Like you hear,
I think it being forced through people's algorithms is like far from even close to what. I mean, the access people have to getting a gun, the access people have to mental health care. Like, if you solved those two problems right there, I mean,
one's like impossible. Like fixing, like they can make strides or whatever, but I'm like, I mean, people are fucking like ill. Not saying don't do anything. I'm just
but people don't have health care.
Sometimes it seems
you
it
can't
feels
get help.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like a scapegoat thing to be like for so long, Rogan would just be like, mental health, and I'm like, yeah, but anyone could talk about any problem ever in life. You got to fix mental health. I'm like,
yeah,
well, yeah,
it's just like
yeah, we do
that, and like the access.
It's kind of impossible
to getting a gun.
Yeah,
is just if you couple those things together, if you worked on both of those, it would go down like so fast.
I also don't want to just be like, never wanted to see the image of this guy walking in this place and holding the gun up. I never wanted to see that.
Yeah.
And I just can't get away from it ever.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. There's
a clip. The guy walking through, and it was a straight line of clips.
I saw it on I saw it on TikTok a couple times, but I didn't see it on my YouTube.
I didn't see
at
it
all.
on TikTok.
You know what's funny though? I did see this though. So the whole like TikTok thing right now, they're trying to like ban it, and they're like, "Oh, we're trying to help you" or whatever. Yeah. Even though like it's tied into a bill that's like they want to ban people being able to use a VPN, which is fucking insane. Like that's also in the bill. Like it's just all this like fucked up shit that they want to take away your privacy. Anyway, it is funny though. Someone saw a thing that goes, "You know why they want to ban TikTok? Go to Instagram, type in France, and then go to TikTok and type in France." And I went, "Okay," and I did that. And I went to Instagram, typed in France, just like a beautiful woman,
stuff.
like all this nice stuff. Went to TikTok, typed in France. All I got was all the fucking crazy protests going on. Because that's what's going on right now in France. It's just Paris, all the crazy protests.
Really?
But I'm like, and they're like, yeah, because TikTok like will show you the shit.
Everything.
Instagram and like all this places, they're like controlled by the, they have more of the government's like, no, don't show people.
Tell my brother Alex and my brother-in-law Michael so that they fucking change their tone about TikTok.
I mean, like, it's
they would hear that and go, just totally flip.
It's funny because people are like so mad about like, they're like, oh, it's controlled by China, so China's going to get all of our information. It's like, yeah, but the thing is, Instagram and all those other
they only
companies
use it for just more clicks.
But I mean,
is what it looks like.
But it's not even that. It's Instagram and all those other ones take your information and then sell it. So then any country could just buy that information. You could buy that information if you wanted. You can buy the information that these companies steal from you. But then TikTok, well, yeah, but it's China, but it's like they could already get your information.
Yeah.
Like, what would they need? And then people are like, yeah, but then they're gonna fucking they're gonna make kids algorithms so like they're gonna brainwash them. And it's like, it seems to me that you need to parent your kid a little better, not let them just scroll through TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And I even said this to Jen. I was like, I'm not like a super like, oh, I love TikTok.
Yeah.
I think it's the greatest app. But it's like, you can't doom TikTok and then be like, but Instagram's good and Facebook's good. Yeah. They don't do anything bad. They do all the same shit. All of them do the same shit.
That's what those people do. Because then they hop on just those and it's like, everything's happy here.
Yeah. And they're just mad because fucking the TikTok algorithm is like the most perfect thing. And then Facebook and Instagram are like, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. We can't do that. So we need to get rid of it. So they hire a bunch of lobbyists, and then they're like, "Oh, fucking make sure that whatever." Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's as much as I know about it from watching the limited stuff I've watched.
Yeah, regulate guns.
Yeah, regulate guns, better healthcare. Fucking let me keep my VPN. Let me have TikTok. That's it.
Yeah, the VPN thing. So how does that? Those seem like two things that shouldn't belong together.
What?
That's what happens in those bills.
Yeah, they just put all this shit in there.
They go, this has nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
this is anti that.
Yeah.
What?
It's funny because it's like,
you got to get rid of TikTok.
Yeah, but they don't want you to have a VPN, so it's like,
yeah,
they're easier to see what you're fucking doing.
Yeah.
Because that's why, like, you can, like, that's why, like,
we don't want them to see what you're doing.
Because if you get a VPN,
need to see what you're doing.
That's why it's like, you can get a VPN and then, like, you can torrent shit.
Yeah.
Because
you can be like, I'm in Europe.
Yeah, because then they, like, don't know. They can't see what you're doing because you're hiding.
Protect the internet. Protect VPNs.
Yeah. So, whatever. I don't know. Good job there, Severus. You're eating, finally.
Good job, people out there.
I thought you were losing weight.
I got a little angry about seeing videos.
Yeah, Chris did get pretty angry.
I just didn't even know it happened yet, and that's how I found out. It's just a line of just a guy walking around. I was like, "What the?"
I saw
fuck?
a tweet, and I was like, "It's crazy." Bye.
Good night.